Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, my name is Azizah
Hello, my name is Aisyah.
and welcome to our podcast.
Yes.
Yay! So today we're going to talk about some things we use daily.
And it's history. Things we are going to talk about are so common that you maybe use it every day,
Oh, what are the examples?
like pencil, paper, and many other things.
Wow! So what are we going to talk about first?
What yeah? Oh, maybe we can talk about pencil first.
The pencil?
Yes. From what I know, pencil were created a long time ago. With pencil were first created in 1812. The creator is William Monroe.
That's cool, but I heard the pencils has existed in 1560.
That was when graphite. The pencil core was discovered before using wood. People usually warp string around graphite.
Do you know when pencil began to mass produce?
Pencil in mass production in 1662 in Nuremberg, Germany, supported by Faber-Castell, Lyra, Staedtler, and other company. An active pencil industry developed through the 19th century industrial revolution.
That's so cool. Oh, I think I heard that the earliest mass-produced pencils are unpainted to show off the wood casing quality. But now I see yellow pencils everywhere. Why does it have color now?
During 19th century, the best graphite in the world come from China. American pencil maker wanted a special way to tell people that their pencil contain Chinese graphite. In China, the color yellow is associated with royalty and respect. American pencil manufacturers began painting their pencil bright yellow to communicate this struggle, feeling, and association with China.
Oh, that makes sense. It also helped us find pencils on our desk with that bright color, you know?
Yeah,
I think that's enough about the pencils. How about we move into the next thing? Any ideas?
talking about pencil makes me think about paper too.
Oh, paper. I know a lot about that thing. Let me do the explaining for this one.
Okay, then can you tell here about its story?
Alright. Okay, so let me tell you the definition of paper first. Paper is a thin non-woven material traditionally made from a combination of milk plant and textile fibers. The first paper-like plant-based writing sheet was papyrus in Egypt, but the first true paper making process was documented in China during the Eastern Han period, around the year 25 to 220.
Wow, paper are so old. Where does it get name for?
From papyrus.
Why papyrus?
Papyrus is the paper's precursor. It was made using the cypress papyrus plant in ancient Greek.
Does papyrus look like paper nowadays?
I think it was not. Papyrus is a thick, paper-like material produced from the pith of the cypress papyrus plant, which is used in ancient Egypt and other Mediterranean societies for writing long before paper was used in China. They have the same use.
Wow, it seemed too hard to work on that.
Mm-hmm.
How did people back then make the papers?
Papyrus is prepared by cutting off thin ribbon-like strips of the inferior of the Cyprus papyrus, and then laying at the strip side by side to make a sheet. A second layer is then placed on top. With the strips running perpendicular to the first, the two layers are then bound together into a sheet. The result is very strong but has an uneven surface, especially at the edge of the strips. When used in scrolls, repeat rolling and unrolling cause the strips come apart again, typically along vertical lines. This effect can be seen in many ancient papyrus documents.
Wow, it seemed too hard to work on that.
Of course, that's why paper contrasts with papyrus in that the plant material is broken down through maceration or disintegration before the paper is pressed. This produces a much more even surface and no natural weak direction in the material which falls apart over time.
Wow. There's a lot of things you can use to write on paper, like pencil, pens, and many other things. Paper are so useful.
You're right. Oh, now I wondered why there are pen and pencil. Its use are similar, but some people prefer one to another.
You're right, lah. But pen and pencil were made using different composition. Pencil use graphite, while pens use ink.
It feels different if you write using pen or pencils. I personally prefer pens. It's smooth and the color is thick.
How about we dig into the pen history? I know a few things about it.
Interesting.
Okay, guys. Do you know when pen with ink appeared? Pens that use ink first appeared in ancient Egypt around 30,000 before century. Of course, these were not yet pens in their usual form. Ancient Egyptian scribes used so-called reed pens to work on papyrus. As you already know, the first instruments were made of the feather of large bird, and they appeared in 7th century. So red pens remained popular until to Middle Age.
So they used large bird feathers to write back then. Why though?
They allowed for more precise and control writing than earlier writing instruments such as red pens.
Oh, when did people start giving pens a metal case?
Modern metal pens appeared in the 18th century, although, for example, a chopper pen tip was found in the ruins of Pompeii. The first pen with metal nibs were mass-produced in 1822 by John Mitchell of Birmingham.
So who invented the automatic pens?
Pen automatic pens created by Romanian inventor Petrov Pionera are considered the first example. He received a patent for his portable ink pen in 1827. This pen were quite revolutionary and resolved something for visually appealing than a conventional pen.
That is so cool. Oh, I want to ask something.
What?
What is the difference between pens and ballpoints?
Okay, ballpoint is a type of pen model. It's called because the tip of the pen has a roll ball to write.
I thought it's the same thing. When was the ballpoint first invented?
It was around the 19th century. The ballpoint model is the most popular and widely used pen, which is a tribute to the American inventor John Wood. Okay. He received a patent for his invention, but the design never produced a good inflow.
Never produced good inflow, but ballpoints now feel comfy to use.
Yeah, but it was not until a decade later, in the 19, 1930, 1930, that another attempt at a ballpoint pen was made. Laszlo Biro, a Hungarian journalist living in Argentina during World War II as a journalist, he was all too familiar with the annoyance of having ink stain the paper. He came up with the idea of using a fast drying ink instead of regular ink and introducing a small rotation metal ball. It prevents the ink from drying out inside throughout and distribute the ink evenly.
This invention is very useful lah. I like to draw and write using pen too.
Yeah, same. Oh gila.
Mana kalau kurang tambahinnya satu lagi. Oke,
Oke.
2, 3.
I think we still have time to talk about one more thing.
Oh, you know, I was thinking about paintings.
Oh, do you like painting?
Yes, I know some things about paints too. Want me to tell you guys?
Cool. But which paint are you going to talk about? There are so many type of painting.
I'm going to talk about acrylic paints.
Oh, go on. I'm listening.
Okay, you guys. So let me tell you the definition of acrylic paints. Acrylic paint is a fast-drying paint made of pigment suspended in acrylic polymer emulsion. And plasticizers, silicone oils, defoamers, stabilizers, or metal soaps. Most acrylic paints are water-based but become water-resistant when dry.
Oh, who invented acrylic paints?
Around 1934, the first usable acrylic resin dispersion was developed by German chemical company BASF and patented by Worm and Haas. Water-based acrylic paints were sold as latex house paints.
So they were used from for painting used to process.
Back then, it seems.
Who tried to paint using acrylic paint for the first time?
Diego Rivera, David Alvarez Quiros, and Jose Clemente Orozco were the first one who experimented with acrylic paint. This is because they were very impressed with the durability of acrylic paint. According to the Times newspaper, Lancelot Ribeiro pioneered the use of acrylic paints in the United Kingdom because of his increasing impatience by the 1960s over the time it took for oil paints to dry, as also its lack of brilliance in its color potential.
Was acrylic paint expensive in this day?
I don't know. Maybe it's worth the same as now or even more pricey. Today's acrylic paints are that expensive.
You're right.